All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And this first play will get them back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Bortles. He'll buy some time right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Shotgun now for Bortles. And that is incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off of play action, it's Watson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Nice play, baby, nice play.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
first down carry by Jones. Ooh, the juke. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Down! Black 22! Black 22!
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Richard! Tiger!
Back to throw, Watson. He's going to fire one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Down! Blue 80! Blue 80!
Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run...
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. T.J. Watt, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Throwing now is Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. Lucy.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
After the interception, here's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. Smith catches left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Watson looks to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Woo! You got him! You got him! You got it! Here comes the boom! I see you, boy! I see you!
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Jordan Howard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Hank.
Bortles to throw on second down. Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Hey, 54, Ricky. Go left.
To throw is Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Houston. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Richmond.
On first down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
So we reach halftime, and what's been a... Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team that they're dropping.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw on second is Watson. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Watson. Throw left side, complete to QT. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The give is to Jones. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Dante Fowler in on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Come back. Down. Blue 80.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
On 1st down, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Green 80. Green 80.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he's going to go down again.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Texans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
Richmond.
To throw is Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Over the middle to Smith. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Here's Jones, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
After the run, Watson going to throw. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Jaguars getting set to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. From the gun, it's Bortles. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Bortles got to have this one. He's going to let this one go deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Smith. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This one from 46 yards out. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now Bortles throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. shotgun now for Bortles. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One final try now for Bortles. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Houston, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall to 1-14. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long.